Your location in Cleveland is holding a fundraising event. What is it for?
Well, this fundraising event is for one of the sororities at Lee University. Um, we've done fundraisers for them in the past, so it's I'm not really exactly 100% sure what it's going towards, but anytime that there's an opportunity to help out Lee and like one of the sororities there, we always jump on that. So basically, it's just for one of the sororities at Lee.
Does anyone besides Shane's Rib Shack sponsor the fundraiser?
For this fundraiser, no, it's just Shane's. Now, I don't know if they have other people sponsoring their sorority, but as far as like for this fundraiser, it's just strictly Shane's. Like it's going to be held at Shane's. It's going to be operated and worked by Shane's, and all of our earnings, or 10% of our earnings from that, are going to go towards the fundraiser. So I'm not, like I said, I don't know if they have any other people that are going to sponsor them in the future, but for this night, it's just us.
Have you done a fundraiser at that location before?
Yes, we've actually done many fundraisers to raise money at that location before. Like I said, we worked with Lee before. We do like Habitat for Humanity fundraisers. We've done fundraisers for like individual people. We actually had a fundraiser last year to help one of our managers raise funds for his mission trip to Thailand. So we've done a lot of fundraisers at Shane's, and people kind of sort of know us, like that they can typically do a fundraiser at Shane's.
What steps do you have to take in planning an event such as this one?
Well, the people who are interested to do the fundraiser, they contact us, and then they fill out a form that basically says, or they give us a form that, and we fill it out, and basically says that we agree to do the fundraiser and that we're willing to give like X amount of our earnings that night towards the fundraiser. And we review the terms and conditions with our managers, and then we make sure to schedule like the right staff to work that night. We typically want to schedule people who've already done fundraisers in the past so that they're really comfortable, and we just want like the best of the best working basically. Um, so Lee University is in charge of like getting the word out. So we don't do any kind of like press or anything like that to get the word out about the fundraiser. It's basically like Lee's in charge of that. We just hold it. And then the customers just come in at whatever time it starts, and then at the end of the night, we write out a check, and then usually the people from Lee will come over the next morning and they'll get the check. That's basically it.
Tell me about the profit. How are the percentages divvied out?
Well, it just depends on the fundraiser. Like I think that we agreed for 15% of all of our profits for this fundraiser, from the hours of like 3 to 8, because we close at 8. So from 3 to 8, 15% of what we earned will go towards the fundraiser, or of the fundraiser will go towards the sorority. So, but like some nights like some fundraisers it's like 10%, some nights it's 20%. But normally, since we've done fundraisers with Lee in the past, it's just like agreed upon a set amount of like 15% of whatever we earn that night will go towards them.
Is there a limit to how many fundraisers you can do in a certain amount of time?
Yeah, there's definitely a limit because we don't want to be giving too much of our money away. Yeah, so there's we normally try and do like one every 2 months maybe because we do have a budget, and but we typically try to choose projects that we support 100%. Like anything with Lee University. Like I said, we did something with our manager to raise money for a mission trip to Thailand. So it's just anything that we can back and support. We typically try to do, but yeah, we can't be doing one every other week or anything. So it's we pick and choose carefully.
So how would someone like me go about getting this started at Shane's?
Like you start doing a fundraiser. Well, you'd contact us. You have to have a form that breaks it down basically in plain English and says what the fundraiser is and what it supports, um, and then you'd give it to our managers, and then the managers at Shane's would look it over and agree upon it, and then we'd contact you and schedule, a time and a date and how much the percentage would go towards. And then basically, I mean, it's really not that complicated. We'd go from there, and then people would come in. I mean, of course, it'd be up to you to get the word out, maybe post it on Facebook or whatnot. But that's basically it. It's not. We don't want to make it too complicated for anybody.
Does corporate get involved with fundraising, or is it strictly up to the manager?
Corporate doesn't get involved because Shane's Rib Shack is a franchise. Like each restaurant is locally owned. So the owner of this Shane's his name is Michael Azaron, and he's in charge of all the fundraising. He's in charge of pretty much everything. Like so corporate doesn't get involved in it. There'd just be no reason for them to, because it's pretty much Michael Azaron's restaurant. You know, he owns it. He does the profits. He distributes it. So it's really just his word, whatever he wants to do, whatever he wants to support, because, corporate, it's not really has anything to do with them.
So if I want to have a fundraiser at Shane's Rib Shack to support a friend with cancer or some other illness, Shane's Rib Shack is willing to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if everything goes according to plan, like I said, you have to give us a form, but that's something that we would definitely support. One of our former employees, he's no longer with us because he passed away in a car accident a few years ago, but his mom, we do fundraisers for his mom to support her organization that she started because of it. So, like I said, we just really want to do things that have a good cause and that we can get behind and fully support 100%. So, like the thing with cancer, that would be something that we would definitely be interested in. So for sure, definitely.
Okay. How successful do you think fundraisers are at Shane's Rib Shack?
I think that they're pretty successful. Every time we have a fundraiser, it's always a lot more people than we normally have. Like on a random Tuesday, like this one is on a Tuesday, the fundraiser we're having, and it's like double the amount of people that we would normally have inside the restaurant because people just want to support the cause. So I would say they're very successful. I mean, people know that they can come to us to have them, and so if they weren't successful, I don't think people would keep coming back. You know, they might choose somewhere else to have them. So, I mean, they know us, so we have a good staff. We take care of our customers. So I think that overall, I think they're really successful.
Well, there we have it. Thank you.